play the video. We're gonna play the actual video. Let's go. Lord Sanctus, founder of Connect the Coast, CTC Radio. We are here in Los Angeles at Foundation, one of the dopest studios I've ever been to. I had the opportunity to link with the owner, Johnny. Shout out to Johnny, aka Joyride, for letting me open the doors to the coast. If you know me, you know there's nothing more important to me than connecting the coast and putting the 805 on the map. And we had a really great opportunity to come here to one of the dopest studios I've ever been to with Seven Records, Orchid Hill, and Tweezy, aka Rare Breed, and just and connect the coast and really get off and make some of the best music ever and crash out for the coast. This is called Crash Out Sessions. Yes,
Little
sir.
bitch.
Keep Chris GPT coming very, very, very soon. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Sign up at connect.club for updates about the music, the album, the videos, all that shit. We should actually shooting a video next week with the car photo. So make sure you stay tuned. Duop says, Lord's out here, motherfucker. Is that you? That's funny. Yeah, Key is about to hop in the chats, but let's head over to Q95. Y'all know I like to. We've only done it once before, but I feel like we should do this every episode because I like these things. I think these things are funny.
Hey,
These
and I
do.
know this might sound insensitive. Never mind. Fuck it. This might sound insensitive, but I don't. I hope y'all truly know. Like my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies of all time is Hateful Eight and Pulp Fiction, which means I'm a huge Quentin Tarantino guy, which means I love his dialogues and his use of wording, right? I think it's hilarious. So I mean this mindfully, right? I think racism, when it's not attacked to a certain person and you're just like a bird on the, like you're like a fly on the wall, I
Mhm.
think that shit is so funny. Like I
Oh,
think that
I know what you're
shit,
saying. Yeah,
I
because it's
think
like
that shit is
it's
hilarious.
it's like the lowest form of insult. So it's like the way people think that it's gonna have impact that it doesn't have.
It's so
It
funny.
is funny sometimes. I ain't
It's
even
so
gonna lie to you.
funny, bro.
I know what you're talking about. Like sometimes people say some shit to me, I'm just like, nigga, if I wasn't gonna slap the shit out you, that shit would actually be funny.
Be
Cause you
hilarious.
think that like this is it. This is the best you could do. Like it's crazy. Let's do dilemma of the day. So if you don't know what dilemma of the day is, Q95 in Oxnard, California. A radio station, they allow people to send in their problems and listeners get to give their opinion about these people's problems. So we fucking are gonna, give our opinions about it. So this one says, my wife and I have been married for 12 years. Recently, she's been talking about wanting a divorce because of my work schedule. I'm gone Monday through Thursday. I'm completely in shock. She knew what my job required before we even started dating. The long hours and occasional travel are part of the job. We discussed this, and she seemed to understand and accept it. Now all of a sudden, she doesn't like it. I feel like there's than just my work schedule. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong, something I'm not seeing, but she won't be specific. She just keeps repeating that she needs more time with me and that my job is ruining our marriage. I'm heartbroken and confused. I love her dearly and I want to make things work. What can I do? Oh no, what should he do?
Has he? Well, you guys can't answer, but I feel like, have you cheated before? Have you lost her trust before? Have you done something that made her feel like she can't trust you with the commute to go there and back? Are you coming home every night?
Mm,
Are you spending the night somewhere? Are you staying at a hotel? I think it's one thing when you guys are dating, sure. I think she already understood. That's what she signed up for sure. But I think somewhere across the line of you having to work all the time, then when are you home for her and when does she get time with you? So if you are staying somewhere else. So I mean I can understand her problem, but I also understand your stance, nigga. Like we're man, we're supposed to work. You agreed to something, you signed up for something, but I do understand that sometimes we may say we're okay with something that deep down we may not understand until it's present in our face, and once it's in our face we could have a change of mind. That's human nature, and I think that's okay. So I think y'all just maybe have to have a conversation about what's important, your marriage or your job.
Hmm.
And kind of once you figure that out, then I think your answer of what you should do will be there. But I think when y'all are married, bro, so there's a give and take that you have to do because you took your vows, because you went on a knee, because you did the right thing as a man. So you gotta accept certain things and sacrifice certain things, but so does she. So I think there's just a fine ground, a fine line between certain avenues. But I'm not gonna just say because she agreed with it before that something that she couldn't foresee before pops up that bothers her, and that's not okay. Like that is okay if that bothers her. I think y'all just need to have that conversation.
I feel that. The card photo says, if you don't love me, somebody else will. Lil Wayne, that's true. Jenny, thank you. She says, congrats. I appreciate that. Blessed nonetheless. Jermica Gardner just joined. Thank y'all for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Same for you, I can't say this name. JAO Cells. Thank you for joining. Jenny says, switch up your job. Jobs are always replaceable, but marriage should always be fought for. Yo, that sounds wild to me.
Wow.
805 Entertainment says, as a woman, you want your man. I don't, the want ain't strong enough to quit your job. Cause then if he quits his job, you gonna be mad that he not that y'all can't do shit and that he don't have no money. Like I just feel like that is a I'm gonna be real. I'm not a big fan of the fucking do anything for love argument, bro. Like it just like we don't live in the we don't live in a Disney movie. I think that is just a crazy. I think do anything for the love of your kids. That part I could fuck with. If your family, like if your wife, husband, wife, family, if, or whatever your family dynamic is, that part fight for them. I agree with that. But like, I don't know. Like this just I don't agree with that.
That's why
I
I asked. That's why I said what's important. Like you have to come to the realization and look yourself in the mirror and say what's important to you.
yeah.
And whatever your answer is, you got to live with that choice. But at the end of the day, it is up to you. Do is your relationship with your girl important? Where you come home and you have somebody there for you, you have someone to care for. When you die, you have somebody on your side. Or is your money important that anytime them niggas can fire you and you fucking SOL? So you got to look at the perspective of what's important. But I'm a nigga, man, and I go for mine and I work hard and I love my jobs, nigga. So I ain't chasing
Hey, we
that for
got Key in
nobody.
the chat. We got Key in the
Yeah,
chat. Let's
gang.
go.
What's good, y'all?
Gang.
What
Big
up, man?
Mike,
How you
Lord,
feeling?
appreciate y'all. Appreciate
What-
y'all. What's
Of
good?
course,
What's happening,
of
homie?
course. The car photo says seriously though, it's about expectations and don't pull out the divorce like a card. If you say that word, then I'm out. I mean, I never been married, but I can see how that would be really, really frustrating. He also says it sounds like she had an outcome and is looking for a reason. He sounds good too. I think he's talking about Key's audio is on point.
Eh.
Family in the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. And Jenny says you can find a job that will pay you the same or more
Man,
with.
shut that shit up, Jenny.
That's
I
just
don't want to hear
yeah.
that. Don't nobody want to hear that shit.
that's why.
Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Let me tell you, homie.
Go
Look,
for it.
he say right there, right? She was fine with it at first. Now you not fine with it. Then I'm not fine with us being together, bro. These bitches be losing their goddamn mind with this marriage shit and what's going on. Then you just go find another sucker want to sit up with you all day and watch 90 Day Fiance. I'm out here busting my ass getting to some cheddar. Nigga don't be needing all that goddamn stress. And I don't understand. You don't have to be with, oh, I like my marriage. Well, nigga, like being sad too, nigga. Because it seems like the bitch is running up your motherfucking blood pressure. I'm not about to do none of that. We're not doing none of that.
I feel like this is a trigger for you, my nigga. I feel
Yeah,
like
the trigger
The
for me
energy
is
is high.
the trigger for me is when you get a union and it's a
mm,
piece of paper. He clearly told us that they had a conversation. Now you running a man blood pressure up because he ain't home. Who paying these motherfucking bills? What's
yeah,
going on? You look. Anytime you renege on what I told you, then we not cool. I have no
yeah,
tolerance for it. Like what? Like if you flip the script on me, if I flip the script on the homies, y'all supposed to hold me accountable. I'm holding her accountable. Shut up, beat it, bye, go to your mama house, get on that
Beat
couch
it.
over there.
I feel you.
And get
Key,
out my shit.
He said MJ.
that part. Key, are you up on what we're talking about, or do you need a
I'm
refresher?
refresh me because I was reading it, but then I got entertained for a second by OG. So
Okay, so my basically this dude has a job. It sounds like he has a job that it's not like a fucking. It's not like a job you can just go get. It's probably some specialized job, maybe military,
some
something like
secret agent type shit or whatever.
yeah, like he's traveling. He's traveling. He's working a lot, crazy
Okay.
hours. She was cool with it at first. Now
Mhm.
she's saying, "I'm lonely. Basically, I need you around." And he's like, "Well, I can't just not work." You feel what I'm saying? And so he feels betrayed. She feels lonely. She's basically begging him to stop working. And he's like, "What do I do? What advice do you give him?" DJ
So
Brother C, what up? Wildflower Artist, what up? And real quick though, says Big Key.
here, it's got to be a compromise, bro. Because at the end of the day, like I still got to get this bag, but at the same time, you want to make sure your lady's taken care of too. So if there is a way to compromise, now obviously there's not a lot of context. So here, um, it seems like the best solution from my point of view is just maybe I don't know, take her out more often when you do have the time, or just find ways to facilitate that loneliness. Because at the end of the day, especially if she ain't the breadwinner of the couple, like this job ain't going nowhere, sweetheart. You just got to suck it up and deal with it. I'm sorry. I'll try to make some more time, and like maybe we can take some more trips and shit to get you out your feelings. But this job ain't going nowhere.
That part, I feel you. I wish I could ask her a question because her answer to this question would determine my response
Ask Jenny. Jenny
to
telling
this
the
dilemma.
nigga to quit his job.
That's true, Jenny. You answer this question because what if, right? What if the agreement is he works and pays all the bills. She gets to, obviously, I'm sure she probably takes care of the home, but
I hope so.
she gets to be at home,
I
and
hope
she
so.
doesn't have to work. Now, what if he said, "I don't like this arrangement anymore. I want to stay home, and you need to do all the work." If she was cool with that, then I'd be like, "Oh, you got a real one, bro. Like, you got to quit your job." You know what I'm saying? But if you not cool with that, then I don't really want to hear it. You feel?
I
That's
think
just
every girl, and I don't want to say that there's not girls that do that because I 100% know girls that do that. I think for every 9 girls, for every 10 girls you see, I feel like one of them is really like that. One of them will really, whatever you need from me and whatever my husband needs from me, I'll do.
I
I feel
believe that.
like
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like the not the it's really it's
Like
one
I'm not
out of.
gonna try to guess the numbers, but I agree with you that there are those out there for sure.
Oh no. I had to feel if I get a list of bitches and I said and you ask them that same question, hey, you are with a top dollar, well valued man. He pays for everything. He takes care of everything. Whatever
Oh,
your
Mommy Car
mortgage
just joined the
is.
chat. Mommy Car, you got to answer this question.
Lord, does your voice can go up again or no?
Start over, Uno. Start over.
All right, bet.
You see my
All right,
energy went up. You see?
all right.
It
Yeah, I
definitely
see
did.
it.
It
So
peaked.
boom. All right, bet. All right, Jess. Boom. I'm gonna ask you. So look, you date a nigga. You date a nigga. He paying for everything. He's paying for he moved you out the crib. He paying your car note. He paying the phone bill. He paying everything. Everything. Whatever you need, he got covered. All you got to do is take care of the crib. Fast forward 4 years. Y'all engaged, y'all married. Buddy loses his job. That nigga goes into Great Depression. That nigga don't want to do nothing. But bills and everything still are the same. Jessica, Mommy Carr, are you going to pick up the slack and do what you have to do to keep the bills, to keep the lights, to keep your same car, to keep everything your livelihood the same, or is that something that you didn't necessarily want to sign up for?
Mm. We'll wait for
Um,
while we wait for her answer.
Mommy Carr and Jenny can answer it, and
Let me
any other
address the
female
chat
that's
while
in the
we wait for
chat.
her answer. Wildflower, the artist, says, Key, you had a great answer. She likes your answer. 805 Entertainment says,
I
I
try.
didn't say quit your job, Dork. You did say quit your
You
job.
did say
You
quit your
said that.
job.
805 Entertainment says, and as for her, the bitch need to get a job or do yoga or something. I mean, hey, as long as you All right. You can see both sides. 26 bands up. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream. Same for you, DG. Thank you for joining. 805 Entertainment says, my final answer is what I live by. Don't fucking get married. And I won't ever be able to relate to her because I'm about my bag and never and will have rely on a man.
She said, "Don't get married
Period.
ever."
Yeah, she said
That's what she
everybody
said.
don't believe in marriage, bro. And like I said, I'm not against it, but right now I ain't thinking about getting married for what.
805 Jalen, she said she'll pick up the slack. Okay, she a real
real
one in
one,
here. Let's go,
real
Jalen.
one.
Real one alert.
I,
You get a hand.
but look,
Real one alert. You get a hand.
hey, I can't let this slide. It's gonna hurt my soul if I let it slide.
What?
It is. I feel like there's a reason why, and correct me if Big Mike already said it, right? So I ain't gonna
Uh,
get on Big Mike. He already said what his reason was yesterday or a couple days ago. But I feel like anybody, I feel like there's a common denominator from people that believe like that. And there are people that do believe
Believe
like
like what? Just clarify so we know.
I feel like there's a common denominator and the people that believe I don't care to get married or fuck marriage or I don't believe in marriage or like
What's the denominator?
it's high.
No. What's the common factor between? What's the
Oh,
common factor between those people?
my
I mean, the
bad.
percentage of people is high though that don't want to get
Trap
married
guy, what's
nowadays.
good? What? I don't think so. I think it's low personally.
I feel
But
like I feel like people cap, right? Like I feel like
Uno freeze up. He went
no,
frozen on us.
I
Nah, he
hear him.
good.
Okay, he's
Yo,
frozen on my end.
I
get your
see my
shit
nigga
together,
breakdance.
rookie.
You right. All right. You're right. You're
Top
right.
of the
You're right.
yard
You're
right now.
I was hitting the crib, I was hitting the money on you. I was trying to
Touch.
touch
right. Yeah.
touch what, nigga? Touch
Hey,
what?
hey, nigga come in here with that.
um I just feel like they and correct me if I'm wrong, because I want to be corrected if I'm wrong for sure.
Bro,
Yeah, yeah.
you're rarely wrong, bro. Go with your move.
But I feel like the older you get, the more that you not have faith or lose faith.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the older you get, the more it's like the shit you just got to deal with. Like when bad shit happens, you just got to deal with it versus the nigga that like is crying every time something bad happens. You get
Mhm,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like I
mhm.
feel like as you get older and as maybe life has passed by or partners have came and gone or people haven't been what they wanted you to be, your perspective of life changes. I feel like it's crazy. I find it crazy and I could be wrong, but I just find it crazy that there are people in the world that would want to shit and die by themselves.
Yeah.
Like I find that crazy
Oh,
that
oh, but what's
you
the
can
denominator? What's the denominator?
Hi.
age. Time.
Oh, I got you.
Like I feel
Okay,
like
yeah.
all the older people feel I feel like the older you get and when you don't find that person, I feel like you come to the realization, well, fuck it, you deal with what is in front of you. You're not harping on your problem. So with that, you're like, well, cause I don't want to put Jenny business out, but the first time Big Mike said anything, you like, nah, I got a man. So I'm not saying you want love. I'm not saying you don't want to. I don't know. I just find it
No,
hard to.
but see that
I find it
I
hard to
like that
believe.
I like that you listen to me, right? Like you're right, but I think it's different for men and women, right? I think the older you get as a woman, it's like that time that biological clock ticking. You know what I'm saying? They're still looking for it, but me, I gave you a personal thing in my life, and I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, prison fucked me up. Bad relationships fucked me up. A nigga getting old and grouchy. Like, and you didn't say something that clicked in my head. Um, if I didn't go to prison or been in solitary confinement, I probably wouldn't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
I'm perfectly fine by myself, my nigga. Like if I'm in the house listening to some music or reading or tapping in with y'all or just by myself. I'm talking about the TV don't even be on half the time. You know what I'm saying? And then
mm.
but like I'm not gonna say a nigga don't want love, but a nigga damn sure ain't looking for it. You
I
But
know what
I
I'm
feel
know
it.
saying?
Saint. I know
It's a
Sanctus
different type of peace.
Yeah.
is this. It has not the same mentality. Or he
Uh-huh.
ain't. been in prison and all that, but he kind of has the same mentality where
Okay. Yeah,
So
I
but
was just
I'm
I was
coming.
just
I
talking
think
about
I'm coming
I'm just
from a
talking about
different
me. Yeah.
place. The car
right.
photo says, if you're 20 and want to get married, don't. If you're 35 and want to get married, do. Uno's point is right. Um, and then sorry, Trap God in the chat. Ashley 21 says, of course I'd pick up the slack. I actually believe Ashley. I believe
Yeah,
that she
well,
would.
We
Eight,
already know what
eight,
niece gonna do.
Ashley, we not giving you the green light as sis and family if you ain't doing that. We on
Hey,
bumper,
hey,
cuz.
motherfucker know
We
you
on
personally. We
bumper.
know
yeah,
what you gonna
yeah,
do.
she gonna get on the good foot. 805 Entertainment says, nope, marriage ain't for me right now. The world's fucked up and people lost values and morals and people like to be in
Who said that?
situationships. Jenny,
Jenny.
till people
Okay.
fix that, I ain't about marriage. That's just
But
me.
you're looking for a person, not people. So if you find that person,
Mhm.
you're talking
Lord, I'm gonna
about
leave and come back because Uno's still frozen for me.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
it. I feel like it's. I don't want to challenge her. She's saying what she's saying, but I, I don't. I get in my bag where I get confused, and I want to. I just want clarity. I'm not
Yeah,
Yeah,
asking it to say you're wrong or
yeah,
anything like that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
want clarity because what you just explained was not wanting to be married. You explained your reasoning on why you haven't found the person to marry yet. Once you find that person, you would be willing to marry. You're
Mhm.
talking about a people, like a particular person, and then you're saying people. What the fuck does 7 billion people got to do with your person? So I feel like you are acknowledging that it's just you haven't found the right person yet. So that's why if that was your answer, I wouldn't have said shit. But
yeah.
it's the answer being I ain't never getting married. It's like, well, I'm confused. Like, okay, like is that as we get older, or is that a true nature of how we feeling? And off your response, I'm only going off what you gave me. It just sounds like your that is your reasoning on why you haven't found the right guy to
I,
be married to, which I concur with. I would never challenge
I,
that. You know, you have your standards and what you need, but
I think people forget that marriage is a partnership. Like it's a real partnership. You know what I'm saying? They always just put the love in the relationship. It's a strict partnership. And I think people forget like this dude that sent in the thing, right? Like the
Mhm.
partnership ain't clicking. Like we're all partners, right? Like partners would connect the coast, right? And just like a marriage and you're in a partnership, motherfucker got to come to the drawing board and have these motherfucking company meetings sometime. You know what I'm saying? You putting the sex and the kids and the work and all that. No. We signed a piece of paper. We're merged. You know what I'm saying? We that's how a good company run, right? Motherfucker, you know, so
Yeah.
when you in this partnership and you not sitting down and you ain't talking and you ain't like hearing what you hear, guess what happens at the company when you ain't seeing eye to eye? You break up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hostile takeover when Big Mike come through the back door. I'm just saying though, like
I,
like like
I feel you. I feel you.
yeah.
Real quick though, says my lady is picking up that slack. It's nothing, son. It's nothing. It's nothing.
it's nothing, nigga. It's
sorry,
nothing.
sorry to just join. Thank you for joining. Wildflower, the artist, says that circles back to the wife of 12 years. She needs to be fine by herself. That's true. 12 years is a long time to not be cool
Hold
by
on.
yourself.
I missed that.
Yeah,
They were together
12
for
years.
12 years?
12 years. 12
Oh,
years.
they've been married for 12 years.
I think to get I lost the thing, but I
Okay.
think it's
Oh,
they've
so
been
It said
together. They've
together.
been together for
oh,
12 years.
the
No,
key's answer.
they've been married for 12 years. I'm reading it
Oh,
right
the
now.
key's answer is the only answer. It's
Yeah.
the only answer because that's the reason why you're feeling the way you're feeling.
But
You're not separating or putting time for her in accumulation of 12 years.
yeah.
Effort. It's
That's
just effort.
and then Wildflower, the artist, also says it is a partnership. It has to work. Real quick though, says me and my lady married, but she don't know. She don't know it yet. I mean, to answer
You
Uno's
manifest
question.
that,
So
King.
just from my perspective, um, I think what you're talking about is less about time and more about experience, but more time gives you more experience, right? Like I can speak for myself. It's not about like there are plenty of people who I think not plenty, plenty is strong, but there are people who've been in my life that were definitely marriage material, but I have never really understood marriage as a concept. You know what I'm saying? Like it just has never made sense to me. Like when people push it as something that you should want to do, like pairing your life with somebody else's life seems like a very strange concept that I'm open to do. But like in my mind, with all the responsibility that I have to shoulder to be your partner, you have to make me a believer. Like just like you said, Uno, I have to find that person that motivates me to want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily against marriage, but I am a realist, and I do think that the likelihood of finding somebody who's okay with me being me and marrying me as me is somebody who loves to be by myself. I don't like clinginess at all. Like I'm not into it. I don't like neediness at all for a
Oh,
relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't like that shit. Like, I really, really do not like it. I don't understand it. I'm not needy. It doesn't make sense. Like, I don't give a fuck if you click or clean. That shit is like worthless to me. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, if you do it, I appreciate it, but like, it's not a quality like that I care about. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? Uno, go for
hey, I love his hand raising. He got me doing that shit now.
it.
Uh,
Pick me.
okay, devil's advocate.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's not impossible because I'm not trying to put your business out, but you've been in some shit before.
yeah, yeah.
So I feel like even though that's not, I don't feel like it's impossible to find that person because there is a girl that's exactly like that out there for you that you would be attracted to. I feel like we be, I feel like shooters shoot. So shooters that shoot have the ability to to find who's for them. The shooters that don't shoot, I feel like when it comes to them, like I know you get hoes, so I know you not a nigga in the DMs like that. You gonna be you, so you're not gonna be out bunctious to go get something.
Mhm.
So when the girls gonna have to come to you, and it's what I'm attracted to that comes to me. So in that, do you feel like the girls that do come to you and are attracted to you mentally is where you guys just don't see eye to eye, those particular girls? Because I don't feel like what you're asking for is a shortcome. I know that, no cap, I literally know 10 girls that are literally like that are baddies, and I'm like, that literally don't want that, and all they want is a partner, and whatever that looks like, you know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
I think so for me it's no. I mean I can't say because if I don't talk to somebody, but usually, honestly, like I think part of me being attracted to somebody is how hard they pursue me. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Lord said it's
so yeah.
2025. You flipping the
So
game
it's
up, baby.
like
Yeah.
I'm like
Pursue
less
me,
attracted.
queen.
If I gotta chase you, I'm less attracted to you. I'm gonna be 100% real. Like
There we go.
Effort.
There we
To
go.
so,
court you? Effort.
um,
What?
like that's kind of how I am, but and it varies, right? Like
Yeah.
it
You gonna go
varies from
get you some if you want some.
yeah, like if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But like I just to answer your direct question, like the concept of marriage doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and I'm down for it 100%. But you're right, like I gotta find that right person. Um, and if I don't, like I love being by myself. Like
So
I
you will
have
be okay with, that's it. Lock it up. That's it. Like however you have your world today, of course, with more success and whatever that looks like for you, but you're cool with that being that.
if that was the case, yeah. I mean, fortunately, like I'm not in that situation. You know what I'm
Ration,
saying?
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But like, if I was, I think I would be okay. Yeah, I don't think I'd be fucked up about
Kid,
it.
the marriage thing for you?
I was gonna follow up your question with another question, saying just where do y'all feel a disconnect is, just even like relationship dating wise, because I've come to find, especially out here in LA, it's more so financial. You could actually like see eye to eye from an emotional aspect, morality, stuff like that, but then money will come into play where you're not riding around with a certain whip or something like that. And that's what separates you from being their perfect Prince Charming to like just another typical nigga on the street. So I was gonna say, what do y'all feels like the disconnect for y'all in past relationships that might have ended it or prevented it from getting to marriage for y'all in the first place?
I'm gonna tell y'all, man, so y'all can just continue to talk. Man, fuck a girlfriend, bitch. I want a nasty hoe. In the great words of Sugar Free, bro. That's it. If you nasty and you nasty as fuck, you want me to spit in your mouth and do all kind of other shit and come over free, come over here. No strings attached.
Oh
Think
man,
Mike
yo!
said, "Freaknik, what's good?"
Before y'all answer Key's question, I want to read the chat. DJ Brother C says, "I said that he said he wasn't gonna get married, and 3.5 years later, almost and look at me now." And he said that almost 3.5 years ago. Wild the Flower, the artist says, "I feel Uno on getting the older part. I didn't think we needed to be married when we were younger, and didn't marry until 15 years deep. Now that we are on year 6 of marriage and realize how important it is, she likes it and it has to work." And I get that. Like, to me, but you took your time to figure out if you want to be married. I don't understand the whole "I like you, we've been together for 2 years, now we have to get married." That shit is weird. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck.
putting time limits on when it has to happen
But
is
you know why?
crazy
But
to
you
me.
know why though? Like
No,
we
I
can
don't.
acknowledge. You
No,
can
I don't.
acknowledge.
Biological clocks.
You can
You
acknowledge
don't
why.
have to be married for that. You
No,
don't have
but
to be
Some
married for that.
some women some women do.
you
No,
do
you don't.
depending on your culture.
No, you don't.
You're talking about, listen, I don't want to get into it too
I'm
crazy,
talking
but we
about
all know
biology. You're talking
we
about
all
culture.
know my nigga's pagan. So of course he gonna say that. But if you're talking to a Latina chick who's Catholic, super religious,
Mhm.
Christian women, they're not trying to be out of wedlock with kids. So yeah, you're 100% correct. You don't need it.
Yeah, and see
You don't need
that
it.
falls under the umbrella of insanity to me. But I feel like, just like the I'm not saying the religion part is. I'm saying the not doing what you want to do
For a reason is insanity.
is just
Yeah.
period.
If you
Usually,
can't do it and you won't do it, it's
yeah.
insanity.
I
Yeah.
don't understand that shit. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to me. Um, Let me see real quick though. Says, oh no, I got that one. My bad. Jenny says, you put in time and work with me. I've gone on dates, and after being in relationships and wasting years in each, I'm going on dates, seeing where men's head is at. I'm not about it. I'm 38 now. 805 Jalen says, it could also be something that has been programmed, especially in Black communities where the Black family unit has been separated. It could be deeper that just our current life experience. Actually, no, you actually want to know in my experience, in my life, I can definitely attest to
The opposite.
the opposite. The people, my parents have never been divorced. My parents are still married. They've been married for over 50 years.
Mm.
Most of the people in my life who I know
Is
who
he
have
black?
parents,
Who said that?
Jalen, she's Black and Filipino, I
Okay.
believe.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I most of the people like me whose parents are still together are the ones who don't fuck with marriage. That in my circle. I'm not saying that's true everywhere, but in my circle, that's typically the case.
Well,
I don't.
because you see the
You've
I
seen it
will
work. You've seen
I
it
will
work.
yeah, I will double down. Because you see the people that decided to not get married or divorce, and you see what that looks like. And then you see the people that decided to stay together, and you see what that looks like.
I've seen both
And
sides of it.
and when you look at it from a bird's point of view, everyone is always going to go to the thing that looks and feels like you're the happiest, which is the people that are single or got divorced. Because most of the
Mm.
time, the people that are married for 30, 40 years, niggas don't even sleep in the same bed. You feel
Yeah,
me?
I mean,
So it's like,
I think my analysis is close to that. It's more so there's misery on both sides. So pick what makes you least
Pick your
miserable.
poison. Pick the
Yeah,
lesser of the two
yeah,
evils. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
to answer Key's question, I think, I think niggas know off rip who they want to marry and why they would marry that person. I think I think to go to Jenny's point, I think why she's saying what she's saying is because the niggas that she was dating weren't honest with her. And they can't be honest with her because the lack of their options. Jenny has Jenny's a good-looking girl with personality who's 4'11" with ass. So she can have options that a nigga that she is attracted to just don't have. So even if that nigga just wants to hit Jenny, he has to play the game. So I feel like that is niggas know off rip. Like am I gonna marry you, or if I'm not gonna marry you.
I think I definitely think it's a case by case basis because like I'm in a situation now where like I didn't the person I'm dating, of course I dated her, so I thought she was cool, but like I didn't know if I wanted to like be with her, you know what I'm saying? Like at first, and I still don't necessarily, but like
But that's not.
as time goes on, I've definitely become way more open to it because my mind, like she's done things that have shown me that, oh, okay, this could work long term, possibly. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah,
I think
but
like my mind, I did, but I don't know that I always know right away. I don't know that I've ever known right away, other than like
I was gonna say,
attraction.
when do you really know anyway to make it
I'm still
official
stuck on
or
like,
not?
how do you know? That's kind of I
I
Because I
need
feel like
to.
most of
disagree.
the times it's the leap of faith. It's like I
I
really
think niggas are way more smarter, and niggas are paid way more attention than what we're giving credit to right now.
I
So the questions that y'all asking, I get, and I hold value to them. I really do. But if you have real talk,
mhm.
if you have a 10 and a 7, and the 10 does the exact same thing the 7 does, but the 7 fucks you a little better, who are y'all gonna pick?
The 7, bro.
Okay. Your niggas
I
are
I'm
picking the 10. You niggas are
I
picking
No,
the
I'm gonna
10.
say
no,
I'm not
no.
hell
I'm
bent on
picking the
sex, bro.
7, bro.
And
Yo,
you can get the sex to be where it needs to be. I can work. I can
see,
work with it.
I don't want to be a teacher, bro. I'm too old to be teaching anybody anything,
That's
bro.
fair.
Like,
I have a little bit more
and
patience.
that's like that to me. Like, the sex is important. Sex is important. Like, if you bad, but I don't like the sex, what's
Well,
the
of
point?
course, I didn't say that. I ain't go to the extreme and not liking it. I'm saying one know what she doing. She put that thing in that thing and thinging, and the other one just cool. Like it's just a cool joint. Who y'all date? Who are you wifing?
I need the
I'm
thing to
still going
thing,
with
so
the. I'm going
I'm
with the
doing the
10.
7. I'm going with the
I'm going with
7
the
for
10. I'm
sure.
sorry.
Big
I
Mike,
need
who you
the
wifing?
thing got a
You
thing.
you already know. You already said it, nigga. The 10, nigga. You can't be outside with
I
me
don't give
looking
a
like
fuck
no.
what this nigga talking about. He capping right now. He
No,
capping right
the
now.
thing has got to thing, my guy.
I
Right?
get it. But you gonna go
Yo,
with the 10. If I said Angelina, I said, I'm trying to think of a world pronounced baddie we all agree is bad.
while
If
you do
I,
that, let me read the chat
let me
because the
see,
chat's
yeah.
going crazy right now. Jenny says, so to follow up on what you said, Uno, I'm not thinking marriage right now. I'm focused on the now, and it's just not for me. I'll live with the person I'm in a relationship with, but I won't cross that line.
Nigga, what line? You live
Biggie's
together,
mom just
y'all fuck
joined.
raw. The line
Big
already crossed.
Biggie's mom just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you
Get
wouldn't
some
mind. She said
commitment
she
in your
said she
life.
won't cross that path. It's
You
just
stupid.
not for me, but who knows, later it may change. As of now, I don't feel like marriage is for me. DJ Brother C says marriage is hard, but when you make that decision to actually be a team and it does work smoothly even through the rough times, I'm a living witness. Ashley says, Mike, you cat. You don't want a nasty girl. You want a nasty girl who gonna make you when you sick.
Nah, let me
Huh?
tell you something. See, that's my niece, and she cap. She already know them bitches get on my fucking
Yeah.
nerves, nigga. I'm telling you right now, I know how to cook, clean, sew. I know how to do all the shit because my mama taught me I don't
I
need
know
no
how to
bitch
woo
for nothing, nigga. I know how to do all that, nigga. And I'm
Jen-
outside thugging, still at 51. That boat has sailed for me. I ain't got time. Where you been? Why you come in at 5 o'clock in the morning? I'm out, man. I'm doing me. I ain't
that
got
part.
time for none of that shit.
Ashley, oh, Gia in the chat. Happy birthday, Gia. Happy belated
Happy
birthday.
Hey,
belated.
Thank you for
Queen in
Happy
the
joining.
building.
birthday.
Ashley21 says sex ain't everything, but it's a lot though. 805 Entertainment 805 Entertainment said, yes, Uno, but no, the guys I've gone on dates with aren't on my level. And because of the hustler that I am with good head on my shoulders and good orientation and being oriented, I need a man on my level or above me. See, this is the problem to me with that response. There's nothing wrong with your response, Jenny. Is that when you meet a nigga who tells you the same thing, the nigga gotta fold if he wants to be with you, and then he gotta be less than so you can feel like you more than. But the thing is, when you meet a great nigga, he don't want to do that shit. Don't want to do that shit. I'm not saying I'm the great nigga. I'm not be clear, but I'm just saying like
I'm a great nigga.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying in
I'm
this scenario
superb.
specifically,
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with
but
him. He call himself
I'm
the Lord,
superb.
talking about he ain't no great nigga.
Shit, I'm a 20 out of 10. Fuck
I
you
feel
talking
like
about?
great is not a good enough word. That's why I'm saying great is not a good enough word. But the point is, in the battle of the egos for peace in a relationship. In my mind, the woman always has to win. You feel what I'm saying? And like, I'm cool with that. I just have to meet somebody that makes me okay with that. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like we as men, that's easy for us. Like I feel like, yeah, of course it becomes overbearing when it happens so repeatedly or so much, but I feel like the reason why it's happy wife, happy life is because guys have been sacrificing what we want and what we need since the beginning of us being here. So I don't understand when I don't understand hard bull guys who don't take no for answers, or determination, or their determination is higher than the average bum. I just don't believe that it's not what we want. What we want is not gonna line up for us. Like I just don't believe it. So when Big Mike's like, nigga, I'm 60, whatever, however old he is, and he says like, nigga, I'm past
God
my time.
damn.
Whatever, my bad, gang. My bad. I don't remember what you said. My bad, gang. My bad, gang. My bad, gang.
Hey, I gotta go eat dinner, man.
he
I'm
had
out
the
of here, cuz.
he had the
Shots
Kevin Hart
fired.
said, "Damn."
Hey, cuz, I'm out of here. This nigga to put a decade on the nigga, cuz.
That nigga, hey, you hit that nigga with the Kevin Hart. Damn.
Damn.
My bad,
I'm
gang.
dead.
But I
I'm
just
dead.
don't believe. I know from when I talk to this nigga, and he knows what he wants and he knows how he is, and I don't believe that there's not a girl that can give him what he wants without having to compromise who he is, and vice versa for you, and vice versa
Yeah.
for Key. I just for men of value, even though our pockets ain't like that. And so when Key was talking about pockets, to full circle the situation, to me, I don't look at things for money value. And any girl that I date, regardless of what it looks like, or regardless of what I have or what I don't have, like no girl that I ever, or whoever fucks with me, is not gonna fuck with me because of my pockets. Like I'm gonna make sure, to me, like, and that's from baddies to scums. Like I feel like it's, to me, it's who I am as a man, what I bring, who how I hold myself, what value I bring, where I'm gonna maximize her and her skills, and where I can bring value into her life. So to me, I don't even, my
Yeah.
pockets is very slim to why I ain't getting what I get. If I don't get you, it's just because you think I'm ugly. And I'm cool with that.
I also think like we're fundamentally different. Like GSS, thank you for saying happy birthday. And then real quick though says, man, my woman pays extra attention to me in every way possible. She's there, and when I don't want her there, she gives me my space. She allows me to teach her how to be a woman, and that's the same. I agree with everything everyone's saying. I just think that like we're fundamentally different people. Like I think I think like you value companionship more than I value I think I value community more than most. Like where most people don't give a shit about community. Like I find peace and like comfort in building communities like this. You know what I'm saying? I've always done shit like this my whole life. Like, and that to me is, I guess, maybe how I build my legacy. Like I've never once, even when I was little, I've never been like, yo, I think it'd be cool to be a dad. I want to have a kid and have a wife. I've never pictured in my mind having a wife. I've never pictured in my mind having a kid. I've never ever thought about being a dad. Like it's never crossed my mind one time in my
All
life.
right,
Like,
so Shorty that you brought up earlier, I won't put your business out. Shorty
mm,
wants to get some. She doesn't see the world as you and
she
how you
doesn't.
see the world. So she doesn't see the world how you see it.
No, no,
Are you wasting her time?
no, because she's
You are
trying
wasting
to.
her,
No,
but you
because
are wasting her time.
no, because she time because we talk about it all the time.
But you said,
Like,
but you're standing on where you're standing on what you're not, where you
I mean,
don't see yourself, what you're.
the only thing I'm standing on is that I need to be convinced to have kids and to get married. I'm not saying having kids. I just saying, like, as a concept, I don't understand it. It's not something I've ever pictured myself doing. So it's not anything that like I need to do or I'm in a rush to do, but I'm not close to it at all. Like
you're open to it. It's going to take a lot for you to get to
it's
that
going to
point.
take a lot for me to get to that point. But she says she's down to do it.
And yeah, I feel like I
Work.
mean
And so I'm
you
like, and
just
so
you voice what's important to you, which is community. So if Shorty is about the community and building a community
oh
based on
no. She is. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were saying to community. I thought you just meant like, does she see the world as
I'm talking about
according as
yeah,
far as relationships and marriage and shit are concerned? She's
but
community
what
wise, she's the same there.
I'm not, to me, yeah, you're right. Everybody has different values to different people. Everybody, we're all different. So we have different things that are important
Peace,
to
Jess.
people. But what I'm saying is you have what's important to you. And if a girl meets what's important to you, it's not out the picture for you to eat. You just said it's not out
Yeah,
the picture for
we're
us to
saying the
have the
same thing.
conversation.
Yeah, we're
So,
saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Man, it's fucking 7:30, bro. Let me play this last FJ song and then we're gonna get the fuck up out of here. We might have to do this. This might be the first time we rate a song as it plays.